tenancies when what they want is to be in properties like this, or at the extreme, more people becoming homeless, which has been what we've been seeing in recent years.
Now, and Colette, the issue is too that you might say if you can't afford to buy, then simply rent, but rents are going up astronomically as well. So even if you've got a shared ownership property like this, you're still paying a lot of money in rent for an asset you won't eventually own.
You can actually start to own these properties. What ultimate shared ownership is gives you an opportunity to buy a piece of the property and then pay a portion of rent. You can buy up to 75% of one of these properties with a process then that would lead you to be able to buy 100%. But it is still right, you are paying a rent and you are also paying a mortgage, but it is an affordable way to get onto the housing ladder.
OK, Colette, Kate, thanks very much indeed for your time this morning, and that really is the issue. Later today at 9:30 we'll get those figures on how many homes have been built. As we said, expected to fall far short, but nonetheless it's developments like this that are going some way to addressing that housing crisis. More from me a little later. I'll see you soon.
Very good, Ben. Thank you very much. Interesting looking at Ben on the building site there, building houses. And you've been looking this week quite a bit about skill shortages more generally. And there's a tie-in with the bricklaying and the carpentry skills.
Yeah, all the kind of jobs that you would need to build those houses are areas where we're kind of worried we're not going to get the right young people through to be able to build them. So all this week I've been looking at, you know, how do we fill the skills gap? And I went to this amazing competition in Brazil, which is basically the WorldSkills Championships. It's like the Olympics for skills. So lots of people competing to be crowned the best in the world, so the best bricklayer in the world or the best plasterer in the world. So I went out with Team UK to find out more about it.
Mixing, skimming, coating. This is a precise job. Robert is training to be the best plasterer in the world.
This is 6 years in the making where I am now, training all the time, non-stop, getting as much time as I can, and as well as keeping the family business going and also practicing as much as I can.
It may have started here in my hometown of Middlesbrough, but Robert's hard work has taken him from the borough all the way to the finals of the WorldSkills competition in Brazil.
There are over 1,000 competitors here, so let's go and see what else they're doing. Here we've got heavy vehicle maintenance. This one is visual merchandising. This one is jewellery. Concrete construction work. And here is bricklaying. And this is only a tiny part of all of the different disciplines that are being put to the test here. I tell you what, I am glad I've got my trainers on.
These are just some of the events Team UK are competing in.
Already, these young people have actually been whittled down from thousands of competitors across the UK to 40 competitors here in Sao Paulo this week. So they've made an immense job, an immense journey already.
We've been given the task of building a mini production line.
So we'll build most of the station together, as Andy says, from bits. I'll write a programme to control it, he'll make it all neat and pretty.
When the team are not up against it, they've had the opportunity to head out to a local school in Sao Paulo to inspire the next generation with their skills. The results are in and we've won 3 golds for plumbing, cabinet making and beauty therapy.
Honestly, it's an absolute shock. I had no idea that I would get the best score in the whole competition.
On top of that, we had 4 silver medals and 3 bronze. Not a bad job.
It's been really fun. It's been a wee bit stressful and been really full on, but it's been really good. I've enjoyed it.
But what about our Rob?
Well done, Robert. Brilliant.
He didn't quite make the podium, but he came away with a medal of excellence. He's done the borough proud.
How's it been for you?
It's been great. Every day he's just put everything into it, 100% and more. He couldn't have done any better. He's a winner.
Well, I certainly know where I'm going if I need any tradespeople in future.
Brilliant, well done.
It was amazing to see what they achieved in 4 days. So they were competing for 4 days, and that globe that you could see there, you know, Rob made that basically from nothing and made this amazing globe. There's landscape gardens, and one of my favourite people was the welder Reese, who basically he broke his arm just before the competition.
Don't tell me he welded it back together.
No. he refused to get a pot put on because he wanted to compete, and he was worried that he wasn't going to be able to compete if he got the pot put on, which obviously for health reasons you wouldn't advise. But he was so determined, and he got a medal.
Very good.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all of those.
Yeah, well done. Brilliant, brilliant team.
Now, the wait is almost over for the thousands of students who get their all-important GCSE results this morning.
Yes, breakfast. Steph McGovern is in a school in Birmingham where a very special guest is about to arrive.
Yes. This is the big surprise this morning. 2 reveals, not just your GCSE results, but a very special guest who right now is in the car down there with an envelope with all of your results in. Are we excited, people? Very excited. Listen, they've been rehearsing this all morning. That's all we've got time for at the moment. But the kids want to say this.
The news, the weather, the travel, where you are.